Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY and on this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a two-sided door hanger. I'm making this for Christmas for my son and my daughter-in-law who have a new home. So anyways, it's going to be red and white on one side and red and black on the other side, and then they can choose how they want to display it on their front door, maybe one way this year, one way another year. Anyways, and I'm just getting started on projects for their home. So as you are hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle, all that good stuff. Okay, what is involved? Well, we are using this new super cute two-piece stencil from Magnolia. It's called Merry Christmas Tree Pattern. It has the absolute cutest font on the words Merry Christmas. I don't know what that's called, the Christmas part, but I love it. And then it has this super cute tree bottom. And so what is involved? This is an 18-inch door hanger. It started its life looking like this, just plain white. And I painted it, which took a long time because this red, which is called crimson, needs 2 or 3 coats. So I painted the whole thing front and back with this Waverly No Prep acrylic paint in crimson from Walmart. And this is what it looks like. And I did the other side, which I'll show you in just a minute. It's so adorable. I did the other side in white, and I worked on a bow. So we're going to do this side during this video. Okay, so let me tell you the steps. I painted the front and the back and the edges with 2 or 3 coats of this paint. Then I went outside and I sanded the front and the back so it was nice and smooth because I'm a really crummy painter. I don't know about you, but it had a ton of brush strokes and just little drips and stuff. So, but I wasn't worrying too much about it. But I did sand it, wiped that off, and then I gave it a good coat on both sides of this clear matte sealer. This is Rust-Oleum brand 2x Ultra Clear. You can use whatever brand you like. You can get these at Walmart, at your local hardware store. They're not expensive. And what these do is they prevent this surface from sucking in your chalk paste, even when it's painted, and spreading it out so that you have a real fuzzy looking stencil impression. So this is just my preferred way to do that if it's decent outside. You have to spray this outside. So if it's pouring rain or freezing cold, then I'll use another method like some wax. But for the most part, I like to do this. Okay, so it's completely ready to go. And let me show you the other side, and then we'll work on this one. Look how adorable that is. Oh my gosh. And it might look kind of funny the way I have the scale of everything, but it's going to have this big bow on the top, I think. Or I might switch, I can't decide for sure. I may use white instead of this tan. But anyways, you get the gist of it. That's this side. And it's going to be for the front door. So they have one of those little command hook things on the glass on the front door. So I just drilled a little itty bitty hole with my husband's drill from a million years ago. And I used a teeny bit of this jute stuff, and this is where they can hang it, and it works for either side. Okay, so let's work on this other side, and oops, get a few things out of my way. Okay, the most important thing that I'm thinking about here is that I want it to hang straight, so I kind of need to make sure that I've got it going straight. All right, we're going to do the bottom part first, and this will take 2 stencil applications because I want it to go all the way across. So when I was doing the other side, I did, you know, the white. And then when that was dry, I just brought my stencil back after I cleaned it and finished up. And you cannot even tell. You cannot even tell where I did that. It was easy. You could always do a whole nother row up here if you wanted. Okay, so let's see. That's pretty straight. Okay, so I am going to take it off of the backing, and I am gonna fuzz it. Darn, I should have thought about that. This is a tacky towel. I could fuzz on this kind of a sweater, or on some jeans, or on a plain low lint tea towel. You just don't want to fuzz on like a terry cloth towel. Now, why am I fuzzing? I am fuzzing because these stencils from Magnolia are pretty darn sticky. And there's two things I don't want to have happen. When I pull it up, I don't want it to pull up some of this red paint. And then when I pull it up, I also don't want it to stretch. I just got some fuzz in it, darn it. I've been crafting with my little tacky towel out, and it's picked up some little pieces from the ribbon I was making. Okay, so I'm going to line it up so it will go all the way to the bottom and all the way to the edge. And I'll lift it up in just a minute and show you. So see, on this edge, it goes clear out to the edge. On the bottom, I did it clear out to the edge. And I'll just come back and do this side after everything is dry. I think that's pretty straight. Let's say it is. Okay. These stencils, by the way, if you don't know, they're from MagnoliaDIY.com. They are super nice to work with. They have a little bit of stretch. They're adhesive, so they don't slip around. You don't have to tape them down. They're reusable many times. I'll use this year on a bunch of different projects. I'll put it away, pull it out next year, put it away, pull it out the year after. And they're great. I love them. They're mesh, so they're really detailed. They're not like your old-fashioned 1980s stencils that are just big open spots. All right, so this is chalk paste. And it's a new pot I just opened. Just gonna stir it up. This is what you would use on a hard surface. You don't want to ever use paint. Like this is paint. This is what I painted my surface with. But you don't want to ever use paint on your stencils because it dries really fast and permanent, and it will clog up the holes, the mesh holes permanently, and you only get a couple of uses out of your stencil. I want to use this 30, 40, maybe 50 times. Okay, somebody just asked me how much they are. I can get you a link when I'm all finished, and you can look because they're all different prices depending on how big they are. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple of blobs. Black chalk paste on there. And I'm using my small cut apart squeegee to push it through the holes on my stencil. I am going to be aware not to go over and over and over and over and over it, because that's, when you do that, you can sometimes push your medium, which in this case is chalk paste. You can push it through the holes in your stencil, and then you get a real blurry, not crisp effect. So I'm just going to get it on. Okay, it's fully covered. Now I'm going to put what's left over here back in my little pot, and I'm going to just quickly go over it to pick up the big blobs. You don't want to leave those on, and you don't need to go over and over and over. clean off my fingers and throw this in my tub of water over here. And we'll pull it up and I'll show you. Okay, let's peek. It looks awesome. This is the cutest stencil. It's trees and then holly berries and then snowflakes. So this is going to go in my tub over here to soak until I can get out to my kitchen, and then I will spray it in the sink with clear water. I may use a sponge and a little bit of dish soap to get the black off the front, and then I'll lay it to dry on the counter with the sticky side up. What do you think? Isn't that cute? Okay, so I cannot do this part, in my opinion. Some people who are maybe more careful than me could, but I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to wait till this part is fully dry and that stencil is washed to come back and finish this. So let's do this part right here. And I do want to fuzz it because I've only used it once before. And I do need to be careful not to get this on myself. And I'm just using this line. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Clean this off. Just got chalk paste on the back of my stencil, which I could clean it off my board because it's not permanent unless you seal it. But let's just do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to lay it, and I'm going to use this line as my guide for what is straight. Okay, good enough. Push it down good. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. Blob of chalk paste. As soon as I'm finished here, I will sit down and read all of your comments, answer all the questions. If you want a link, so you don't have to hunt this down to this adorable stencil set, you can let me know in the comments. You can say recipe or supplies or link or something like that. And I will get you a direct link that will, you just go click and it'll take you right there. You can check it out easily. And I will be getting pictures once everything is all finished up. And I'll be putting those in these comments. Okay, I'm just picking up the globs. All right. You could use these two pieces to do t-shirts. You could do the sleeves with this part, a sweatshirt, a tea towel, pillows, all kinds of things. Okay, let me just push this under the water and clean up my hands. I'll lift it up to show you. We'll look at the other side. And then we can talk about bows. All right. So it'll have a big bow right here too. Tell me, what do you think? Do you like the white chalk paste or do you prefer the black? That's why I decided to do both sides because I could not decide. I think either way is going to be great. I did already spray this side once it was done with a clear matte sealer spray. just to make it completely permanent. The other side I will do that after it's all finished up and dry. Oops, well that didn't help at all. That just made everything worse. Tomorrow we're going to be working on a pillow for their sofa, and the idea of this pillow is going to be that it'll have a pillow wrap around it. It's a neutral pillow. It's a cream color, and the wrap is cream color too. But it's going to have that quote from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation that says we're going to have the happiest Christmas ever, or something like that. It's from the Griswolds. And then I am going to show you how my plan is to make them a different pillow wrap for every season. And then all they will need to do is just take the pillow wrap off, tuck it away, and put a new pillow wrap on. I don't know about you, but I have like 25 or 30 pillows for the sofa, and it kind of gets to be a pain. Yeah, so magnoliadiy.com is my website, and I will get you direct links the second I'm finished here. So you could just type in Magnolia DIY .com, no spaces. If you use a space, it'll take you to a barbecue store. And that'll take you there, but it won't take you to these specific products. So if you'll just wait a couple minutes, I'll get you a link to everything. Okay, so I was thinking for the other side, for this side, to do some ribbon in black and white with a little bit of red. But I think I'm going to fiddle around with that off camera, because I know I have a better black and white gingham type ribbon, nicer quality than this one, which feels kind of flimsy somewhere, and I'm going to have to dig it out. Anyways, there's tons of options of black and red ribbons that I could do. This is the one that I made for the other side, but I'm seriously thinking that I may take this tan and red ribbon out and just do something that's white, so it's just red and white. In any case, I will include that in a photo when everything's finished, and I'll put it here in the comments. You're weird. The black is your favorite. Glenna, that's not weird. I mean, I personally can't decide which one I like better, or which one would be more visible from the street. So I thought, why not do both sides? Do one with white and one with red. And just so you know, I have seen some super cute pictures where people did these on white rounds, and the round I used is an 18-inch round. You can get white, which is what I used. I painted from magnoliadiy.com, and I'll include that in my links. And then they used red and green chalk paste, and it's super cute that way too. So tell me what your favorite is. Do you like this red and black? Or do you prefer the white? It is so hard to tell where I am when I flip this so that the writing is going the right way for you. You could use a magnet, and I was kind of thinking about that, about putting a little magnet right here on this side and the other side, and giving them two bows so that they can choose which side they want to display. Dee Dee says that red and white and green would be super cute too. I'm not sure if I have any good green ribbon. Anyways, tell me what you think. Are you team red and white, or are you team red and black? Okie dokie. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you'll come back tomorrow. I'm going to do some advanced prep work, and I think we'll crank out a few different pillow wraps. And my plan is, shh, don't tell them, is to give them the pillow with the stuff inside of it and the Griswold quote for Christmas, to give that to them now. And then as one of their Christmas presents, I'll give them 3 more pillow wraps for different seasons and holidays that they can switch it out. And then of course I know I'll be making more. Anyways, okay, well, thanks for joining me. I know this was short and sweet. I hope that you have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Hey, do a this or a this if you want to help my algorithms with Facebook, which is kind of like your heartbeat. Say something to me in the comments. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the best thing that you can do to help me. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Let me know if you would like me to get you my complete supply list that will have everything. It'll even have what the name of this paint is, in case you want to make sure that you get the same red. What else? Oh, check to see if you've liked and followed this page as well. Okie dokie. See you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Bye. Lisa and Dee, I will get you the supply list in 2 shakes of a stick. Okay, see you later.